This is with regards to the band in which the students get into once they finish the MSc Physiotherapy. And what's the salary bracket we are looking at, and what are the ways to get into, like, to increase your band when you start working?
Lovely question.
That is a really good question. So we have a variety of feedback from our graduates, our alumni. For us, it would be usually either a band 5 or a band 6 as a starting point, which is our band 5 is basically our entry level physio, so our new graduates, and band 6 is kind of the next level up. And I think that is predominantly more around UK work experience. I think is why our students tend to go there. Some students we've heard of, they tend to progress quite quickly up the ladder because actually they've got an MSc, which isn't commonplace for physios of that banding that have trained in the UK. It isn't common to have an MSc at that level, and it means that our graduates can demonstrate their abilities and demonstrate their critical understanding of physio and develop very, very quickly, and then can progress.
What is the perfect time to apply for the HCPC registration? Let's say we can consider two scenarios: one student coming without an experience. Of course, we don't ask for any experience, and one coming with 2 years of experience. What's the perfect timing for them for the HCPC?
So I don't think there's a perfect time. My advice would be to have a look at what the HCP expects of you. So there's a part of the website, especially for international applicants, and I would have a look at that and see, do I meet those criteria? That's the question. Right. Do you think you meet, and can you evidence that? Because they do ask for evidence that you meet certain criteria. What we have found is that students that haven't trained in the UK, when they're asked to submit their transcripts, we find the bits that are missing tend to be things around reflective practice. One of the early modules you'll do is very reflective. And so that gives you that evidence then to support that as part of your application. But it does very much depend on the course and what the course content is, and whether students think they meet those criteria. Starts being with us a year. But obviously, applicants that have more experience, it may be that they think, actually, I'm ready for this. And we do have students come with HCP registration already. But do have a look at those criteria and be honest and think, do I meet this yet? And how can I achieve that? And any gaps, I would anticipate our course will fill anyway, because it's designed to do that.
Just a last one. So there's a preconceived notion that the students come up with that, if they do it from a bigger city like London, Birmingham, Manchester, that they'll get more opportunities. Is it a myth or true?
I believe it's a myth. Have modules that you need a lot of experience to go on to. So a lot of our particular MSK and advanced practice modules need 4 or 5 years experience to join. And we obviously don't have that requirement. We believe that actually we want to target that, a different demographic, and we don't want to add that onto our entry criteria. In terms of employability, no, I don't think that's the case. You have to think, even though you're going to a bigger city, there are then more people applying for the same jobs. That's the thing. So yes, there may be more jobs, but there will be more people.
So I would like to have just 2 minutes, and I would like to add here a little bit to Holly, Dheeraj here, that 2 things. HCPC also, in fact, we at Vision International, we encourage students to start their HCPC immediately after they have their degree certificates, transcripts and ICC, as well as IELTS 7 bands. So as Holly correctly said, it takes now longer time compared to earlier days. Now I have heard from students it takes 6 months. So by the time they land in the UK, they have their HCPC, and luckily, literally, I can show you right now, my students are getting part-time jobs also as physiotherapists because they are holding HCPC, and that too also with NHS. So that's the advantage, where people can immediately apply the day they have their IELTS 7 and degree certificate in their hand along with ICC. And second point that you mentioned, Dheeraj, and Holly correctly said that in fact cities like Cardiff, I feel it's less expensive for international students. It is Russell Group University. It is 1.5-year course compared to other universities, which is again adding a lot of value of those 6 months. And these 3 pointers are super top compared to other universities. Of course, it depends upon each student what he or she is looking for in terms of modules and university. But these are the upper hands and USPs of Cardiff University. And to add, which is very, very important, and I can prove, I can give my students names, and these upcoming students and prospects can connect with them. All of them are from DY Patil, Mumbai. That there was a batch of 2022, in the batch of 2022, there are 7 students. They have gone to Cardiff Universities, not a single have come back. And they're today working in the UK with sponsorship. So that's the USP of Cardiff University.
Let me add you here. This is my 11th year with Cardiff. And I've never seen a single physiotherapy student returning back to India.
Yes, provided their
All
family
are
told
working
them
in
to
the
that.
Yeah.
Yes, and all of them are working in the UK. And also to add you again here, even if you guys are studying in the Cardiff or Wales, you can go to any city after completion of your degrees. So all of them are working in different cities right now with sponsorship jobs. So yes, those who wish to connect with us and understand their journey, I can share their names. You can connect with them on LinkedIn and have a chat with them. But they all are from Cardiff. So this is something I would like to add here. Thank you so much, Holly and Dheeraj.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very, very lucky. Our alumni are wonderful and very vocal and are very happy to share their stories. We're very lucky about that. You know, we don't have any placements within our 18 months, but as I said, there are opportunities to develop some clinical skills kind of throughout the course and externally.
So Holly, there is so when the Indian students talk about placement, they mean that what all opportunities will be there once they finish the program. For them, placement means a job, not an internship.
Yes. So no, we don't. There's no guaranteed roles. You're absolutely right when it comes to kind of post grad. But we have really good links with our course is very well known. We have really good links with our clinicians and our what we call health boards, so NHS health boards across Wales. And many of our practicing physios within Wales are coming and doing our course as well. So, you know, they know the quality of the teaching, they know the skills their students come out with. But we don't have any direct links in terms of employment straight from university.
The other bit just to add to that is we do have a career service. So we actually have Alex Houston, who is a careers advisor who only works with healthcare professions. And she does give you support. So applying for jobs is different in the UK to how you might find work in India. And she's got a lot of experience supporting international students. And that support stays in place for 2 years after graduation. So there is support there. And some people come back and use them for their first sort of promotion next job as well. So there is a solid team there to support you as well as the academic team. Yeah.
Thanks, Graham.
Awesome. There's one question about the impact of the recent change from 24 months to 18 months for the post-study work visa, or the graduate route visa. So is there someone who wants to take that question?
Graham, do you have any more information on that? You would know, or Dheeraj?
As of now,
Not really. I
it's
think
just a proposal, right? As I mentioned in the chat box that it's a proposal. It has not come into effect right now. So if it comes into effect, of course, you know, it'll be 18 months post-study work visa, and then later on you'll be able to change it to the work visa, which is tier 2. So currently it's 2 years. So that's the only effect I see right now. But we are yet to receive confirmation on this. Maybe it might come into effect in terms of September 2026. But as of now, we do not have any update on the date when it will come into picture. And so we all are waiting. Generally, you know, the UK government, they announce everything in the month of April. You know, considering the past years into consideration, but you know, you never know when they might announce it.
And guys, as a counsellor, I personally feel, sorry to barge in between, I personally feel from 24 months to coming to 18 months is not a big thing, because
not at all.
It's a matter of 6 months. And guys, getting a job or any opportunity, you have 18 months. Do you think in 18 months that you're not going to get anything when you are passed out from universities like Cardiff? And your own brains or your own caliber or your own capacity. So you have 18 months. So just by reducing 6 months, nothing is going to change drastically. Yes, I can understand from 2 years, if they're coming to 6 months or 1 year, then I can still understand. Because after completion of your master's degree, some people take 2 months to 4 months to get those first job opportunities or to, you know, start giving your interviews, meeting people, building that network. I can understand. First 4 months goes into it. But you have 18 months. It's a real long time. I personally feel that.
And I was just going to add, I'm adding to what you were saying really, Mrunali. The large organisations like the NHS or the big private providers, you're going to be on a sponsorship at that point. So yeah, it's only for initial work and casual work really that you're going to be using that visa for.